Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and we're back with Of Life and Land. At the time of recording, we are about to enter early access. I'm a couple of days ahead of the game, as it were. Very kind thanks, or very thanks to the very kind generosity of the development team, allowing me access a couple of days before the actual official release, which is on the 2nd of April 2024, when the game enters early access. And I think I've got things under control now. We are building huts. We do have some rough rags to clothe our lovely settlers. In fact, if we go to our settlers faction tab here, yeah, we can see here that some of them, like Luca here, does have some rough rags. So if we actually look at Luca's details here, overview, there we are. He's got some rough rags. The 29 there, is that how long it lasts? I'm not entirely sure, but it also gives them some resistance and defense against the cold and hot weather. As you can see, I'll try and zoom in on that where it says resistance. Actually, I have a feeling it might tell us somewhere else as well. Where's the rough rags? No, it doesn't tell us there. Oh yeah, here we are. So he's got 10 resistance to cold and 7 resistance to heat, which is including, I dare say, some of these numbers. So he might have that built into his own bodily strength, if you will. And the rough rags give him better resistance to the effects of the weather. So what we're doing, we're waiting for Eliane to come back. She's our leader, basically, the queen of our realm. She's off looking for more lovely settlers to come join us. We are fully housing our existing settlement. Yeah, we're doing reasonably well. We are producing rags, we've got bread being produced, we've got a campfire for people to cook the food. So cooked meat is slightly more palatable than raw meat, which is good, so they can do that. And also exchange stories and laugh and have fun and all the rest of that good stuff. However, one thing we need to be wary of is that we are about to enter level 2. We're doing so well that our citizens are becoming that sort of comfortable, they're levelling up. And as we know in these sort of games, levelling up means they'll demand more. And you can see here that we've got a number of our... Oh, Luca is indeed one. He's 86% of his way to being level 2. Now what level 2 in terms of your population means is it actually opens up access to more buildings. So we can see here level 2. So these will open up. We won't look at them too much now because I want to be a bit of a surprise when we get there. So we should be able to get more lovely buildings. Where are we? I'm still here. We're still building that. It's 9 o'clock at night. Let's move on time a little bit faster. So I imagine most people are asleep by now. That's good. I was thinking actually, after finishing the last episode, I might want to build another food source like the fishing place. But then I noticed here that actually requires flour and vegetables. Obviously as bait or something for the trout in the waters. And I'm thinking, I'm not sure I've got enough supply of either of those as yet to sort of keep the fishing going as well. So we'll leave that one for the moment. I think we're okay for food. Oh, look at that, 1.3. Our current food stock will last 1.3 days. We've got plenty of fodder, what's that, cereal grains and grass, which isn't used for all sorts of stuff, and our supply of main resources, firewood, planks, branches, no raw wood, because obviously a lot of that is going to the sawmill to be turned into something more useful. Right, we'll move on. I'll be back with you when day has dawned and some interesting things may become available to us. Oh, and indeed it has. We have reached level 2. Excellent. So Luca is responsible for that. It's just Luca at the moment. Okay. So let's just pause this for a second. So if we go into our build mode now. Actually, no, let's not go there. Let's go to our people first. So Luca, he's only 1% to level 3 now. Does he have more needs? He does have level 2 needs. He wants a workplace where he can contribute to the community. He has that, that's good. He'd also like to eat from a plate and not the floor. What a fussy fellow there, good grief. A big piece of fabric. Oh, he wants clothes properly now, okay. And doesn't want to be dirty. Right. So, some of that, because I've had a peek at what level 2 offers us, is available in the level 2 building menu. We have here a well for fresh water, and also, where is it? It's, oh, the cesspit for all the dirt. If I click on that, so that requires dirt and that produces more dirt. I'm wondering, I may have seen this when I played the earlier alpha demo. That might be manure or fertilizer or something. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, sorry. No, it does actually tell me that. In demand for agriculture. Yeah, build it a bit away from the houses. Okay, so what we're going to do... We're going to... Oh, actually, I'm just thinking. I actually want to move these garden beds into the fenced-off area here. We're going to clear out that garden bed. And we're going to put another garden bed, which is one of you. There you are. In here. That'll be good. So you can go there. Right, wells. We're looking for wells. Actually, we could put the well there, couldn't we? Yeah, that'd be a good place for it. No, don't go there. Go here. So this is a well. Click it. There you are. And we'll turn it around so they can get to it. There you are. And also the cesspit, which was there. We'll actually build it close to what will become our sort of agricultural area down here. I've got plans for this area. And we could put the cesspit down here, I think. Yeah, quite close to the garden beds and the like. Kind of makes sense to me. That's all good. I'm hoping that Eliane will bring in more settlers to our little community here at Ajaxpost, and they will obviously want housing somewhere. So I've got one 2-bed straw hut under construction. Oh, but then again, he said, we do have bigger houses now. Yes, we can build small cabins which sleep 4 people. So can we tab? Oh, look at that. That looks a bit too well developed, doesn't it? Well, I think that looks better. So let's rotate you around. So you're pointing there. I think, yeah, we'll get rid of these berries. We're growing berries and stuff ourselves now. So we'll build that in due course. Oh, again, the thing is, try to be aware that if you're building lots of things at once, it doesn't always work out terribly well. So we'll make that a lowish priority for the moment. Okay. Right, move on. Well, something cute just kind of happened, which I wasn't expecting. Let's be fair. We got this funky new icon come up. This sort of question mark and arrows. It's happened on both the cesspit there and our new small cabin. And there's nothing here particularly which tells me what's going on. However, I also noticed it then on a person back here. A person here who's obviously got into this little area before the fence went up, and now they can't get out. Annoying, but there is a get out. I think we saw this. I can't remember if I mentioned it in the previous episode. We have an option here to escort the target from a fenced area to freedom. So if I click that, are you going to be able to get out? Yes, you can walk through fences. Excellent. Right, so the icon, yeah, so they were obviously going to work on building these 2 new operations here, the cesspit and the small cabin. But couldn't do that because they were trapped. A new day dawns. We're actually coming to the end of summer here, as our seasons looks like they're about to change over here. So the dark green there is summer, the light green being spring, the orangey colour being autumn, or as some people call it, fall, and presumably the blue will then be winter. So we need to be well prepared to keep our citizens hale and healthy. One thing obviously that occurred to me is that one way I could have let whoever that guy was out of this trap here was to demolish this fence because we don't actually need it. And we have got a demolish option here, but it doesn't automatically work on fences. It works on individual tiles kind of thing. But if you click here, there's an option, side objects. So things which appear just on the side of tiles, like fences. So I could get rid of these fences here. And like so. So I've now got all this area open and fenced in so the big animals can't get to it. But I think what we will want to do is add more of those lovely garden beds to this. So I have one there, and one there, and that's good. Still waiting for the cesspit and stuff to be built. Eliane's going to be back with us in 3 days, according to our little quest notice here. How is the cesspit? Oh, are you building it? It looks like you are, sir. Whoever you are. Luca, oh! And there's our cesspit. Awesome. So he's going to start building the garden plots as well. Yeah, I noticed as well that the cabin, of course you should notice this before you actually commit to building something, is how much or what sort of resources it requires. So the small cabin here requires not just whatever a small straw hut requires, it requires much more. It requires planks and also rough rags, 4 of, as well as lots of grass and wood as usual, and also a few bits of stone, which is handy. Which reminds me, where's our stone? Our stone's coming from up here. We've got a modest amount left, not a huge amount though. Do we have stone anywhere else? Oh, we've got some stone down here. Oh, that's quite a lot of stone actually. There's a lot of stone there. Oh, perhaps I should have put my stonemason down there instead. Okay, well we'll do that. Oh, actually no, he can. If you highlight that, it is highlighting these areas here. There's the green dot on those. So he is getting it from there as well. Oh, that's excellent. Okay. So I'm in no immediate need to find a new source of stone. One other thing I've noticed as well, playing on here a little bit, is there's lots more animals around. I mean, look at this. Some of these guys have been breeding. They've been having little babbies, I assume. Why are those sheep following that cow around? Okay, good. So who are you? You're sheep number 1. Oh, there's lots of them in here. And you're 3. Are you all 3? Oh, you're 2 years old. You're 2. You're 2. And this lonesome one who's asleep is 2 as well. Okay, good. Which is nice. So the natural world is evolving and growing and developing as we work it. And the question, of course, is at what point will we come into conflict with it? These guys are running short, as you saw there from that icon. Running short of logs. If we look at our people here, what we've got, everyone is working one job. Now some people aren't as busy as others, so Sani here, what's Sani doing? The infamous Sani from our, well, you're doing the campfire now, are you? Oh, I think I possibly did fire you from the rudimentary tailoring table because you were so rubbish. Until I realised it was mostly my fault that you weren't producing rags. Oops, yeah. Well, we could add you to where the gathering hut? Actually, yes. So we'll actually, can we add Sani? There you are. Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't noticed this before. It orders them in the amount of time they're occupied doing their other jobs, their existing workload. So the one with the lowest workload is Sani, who's at the top of this list. That's a nice little feature. So we'll put Sani doing that as well, because the gathering shack should be gathering up grass for us as well. Now, looking at our people here, in fact, we do notice that people like Luca, who's our first entry into level 2, he's already 43% of the way to level 3. He has some new and exciting needs. For example, he's got a job. He also wants to eat. Yeah, we've seen that one. You're not getting that, matey. Now, what's missing here? I want to talk to friends, family, and get to know. So he wants a tap room and a hearty kitchen. But also, and this is the next main thing we need to build, the community centre, which is where we sort of start connecting with not just the settlers within our own community, but also out in the wider map. If I remove that and that, there's a map icon there. So this is our map. And there are other regions around here. Ooh, they got question marks on them, which we can connect with and trade with. We can't do any of that yet until we get a community centre. So that's obviously an important part of our evolving into a major community. Now, do I have access to the hearty kitchen and stuff? So what we got here? That's an open dairy. Okay. Ah, yes. One of the next things I want to do is build a barn, because barn allows us to domesticate animals. That's a small cabin. You're a cesspit. Where's the barn? Ah, there you are. And we can decide when we build this what sort of animals we want to manage. It requires branches, woods, grass and planks. I think we should be okay with that. It just takes a little while to develop. Yeah, I think we'll build the barn. I like the idea of that, because that will produce this wool, which allows us to get onto the better clothing option. Well, if we manage sheep anyway, if we domesticate sheep rather than cows, which give us milk and leather, I think both sheep and cows give us meat. Okay, let's put down a barn somewhere, and we'll put you along here. So this is going to be my sort of farming area. We're going to lose these trees, but you know, whatever. Put you there, and we'll also want to put in some fences, because if you're going to start domesticating creatures, you do want to have them domesticated. Well, actually, yeah, let's put that fence down. So if we put that, rotate that around there, and how big do we want to make this? Up there? To... Why am I doing it in the dark? I can just about see this. I'm not sure if you'll be able to when I render this. All the way up there. Okay, that's good. Once that's all built, we'll be fine. Oh! Our cabin isn't yet finished. Oh, we still need just 1 rag and 4 wood. That should be ready soon. So 2 days till Eliane gets here. And we probably have a cabin there. So I don't know how many people she's bringing with her or inviting in. If any, actually, I'm kind of assuming continue to expand your settlement until Eliane returns. I'm sure it did suggest at one point she was bringing people back with her. I hope she does. We've got all this accommodation now. Or will have anyway. Right, moving forward, we'll skip through until a bright new day. Ooh, the colour of the landscape is changing. We are definitely in autumn now. And I'll see you on the other side of another sexy video effect. A lovely bright autumn day is here. 8:15 in the morning, and our folk are out. I don't know how they managed to do it, but they very quickly built this fence here for our little paddock for our sheep. The barn is under construction. Still a long way to go on that, I'm afraid, but there you go. And everything else, yeah, our garden is looking lovely here. Grass, bark, fruit, vegetables, lovely. And the hares are still getting in underneath the fence. We'll need high brick or stone walls to protect ourselves from hares, but okay, we'll let that pass for the time being. What I was thinking is Luca was complaining about having something to eat off of, and I noticed there was a building here, Pottery, which we could build as well, so we might stick that in. Do I want the pottery before we go to the community centre? I'm not sure. This is it. The game's all about, isn't it? It's balance. It's all about balance. Also, one other thing, there's so many little things here which it takes a while for me to notice. Also, a lot of the icons are quite small, which is something that may evolve as the game goes through early access. Reminder, It's released into early access on the 2nd of April 2024, which as of this recording is a couple of days away. Of course, by the time you watch this, it may be a week or a month or a year in the past. Who knows? Yeah, a little thing I noticed here was this task icon here, which is our journal. So this explains what Eliane is doing. We did see it, it did sort of pop up when she went away, but this is what she's doing. The guards are ready to leave. They've packed provisions for a few days, and I will use the next few days to gather information. This is what she's saying to me, I suppose. She'll use the next few days to gather information about the region. Oh, the map thing. Yeah, I was a bit previous on the map thing. We will have a task to look at the map in a moment when she gets back, but I sort of preempted that. Now that you know how to take care of our newly founded settlement, I'll leave everything else to you. Pay attention to the needs and continue to expand the village. Prosperity, yeah, we're doing that. We need to get to level 3 is the next thing. A family knocks on the door. Oh, where did these guys come from? Why did I not spot them? Will you take them in? Yes. 4 new people. Oh, that's excellent. We've only got 2 spaces left. Oh dear, Luca's getting a bit prissy about not meeting his needs for level 2, so he's going down. Oops. Okay, right, let's pause this for a second while I do a little bit of thinking. Another thing I noticed is that when we built this small cabin, which is obviously a little bit more luxurious than the straw hut, is people who were in straw huts moved out, which is quite nice. So it doesn't stay empty for new residents. Any of your established settlers will move into that as soon as they can, which is quite nice. I want to put another couple of straw huts down there, I think. That's what we'll do. Community, straw hut. We'll put another one along there. Okay. And I also want to produce... where was it? The Potter's Workshop. That requires firewood and water, apparently. That's very clever of them to make pottery out of water and firewood. But yeah, it's a skill. Where are we going to put that? We could put it along... Oh, it's a big building, this one. We could put it along here, I suppose, because this is kind of an industrial section of our community. The mill, the cereal mill, and the oven. Yeah, we'll put that in there, and perhaps a little bit more road as well, which we'll put in like so. We'll have our barn ready soon, which will be lovely. All ready for Eliane to return. Right, we just need someone to work on it. No, you've gone home. Oh, it's ready. It is ready. Okay, so what we can do here, we're going to have employees which look after this. So we're going to have Niels, one of our new settlers, and we're going to house in this barn, this pasture area here, which I've put the fence round. We're going to house sheep, or deer, or hares, or rats, or cats. Do you fancy herding cats? Not sure what... Oh, we get quite a few cats in here, actually. I'm not sure what cats would give you as an output. No, I think we'll go more sensible. We'll take sheep, I think. So we get 4 sheep in here. Or cows? Just the 3 cows. I think... I may be wrong. I think the capacity here is based on the barn rather than the size of the enclosed area that you've created. I think. So, I mean, we could put quite a lot of cats in there. What about rats? Yeah. But it can hold 9, capacity of 9 rats. No. We'll take sheep. 4 sheep. We'll do that. Now, they should be brought in automatically by whoever's looking after the barn. In this case, Niels. So he should bring those in and they'll start appearing in here. Is anyone not doing a job? Well, there are a couple of people not doing jobs. Okay, the potter should be ready. How long will the pottery take? It shouldn't take too long, hopefully. We'll have that ready. Oh, we've got a sheep in there already. We have, and their home is a simple barn. Lovely. Oh, and they will produce goat's milk and wool. And there's another one coming in. And Niels is running around after them. Is that Niels? It is indeed. Oh, it's already got 10 milk off them. Oh, you're a good man. Now, there was a dairy we could add to this. We're not going to do that just yet. Do that in the morning where I can see what we're doing. And Eliane has returned. You didn't just see it then, possibly. We were tasked with looking at the map, which I've already done. So it's the game spotted that. Clever game. Make sure the inhabitants are doing well. And we need a community centre. And then we have to discover the Tablelands, which is a desert landscape. I know it's not. That's not how it's pronounced. But which of these is it? That looks a bit mountainous. This looks a bit green and lush, so I'm guessing the Tablelands is down here. So we'll have to uncover that. But we're going to need a community centre to be built before we get into that. We've got 3 sheep in there already. That is good. And so far we've just got milk. We can give a direct instruction. If I go back here, to slaughter an animal, so that'll give us the meat from it, which would be nice. Well, nice for us perhaps. I wonder if there's an automated population control. Okay. So, yes, what I think this is telling me, automatically slaughters an animal when the specified number is exceeded. So we can house 4 sheep in this barn, and when we get to 4 sheep, they will automatically slaughter one of them because our maximum is 3. And that will then provide meat for our barbecues and campfire here. Ooh, they're loving it down here. It's such a jolly place to live, is this Ajaxpost. Wish I could live here. Well, okay. Without the straw huts and the rough rags for clothes, yes. Ooh, our food has dropped down. We've only got 0.1 of a day left of food supply. Yikes. I wonder what that is going to mean. Yeah, our gardens are looking very bare. One little thing that occurred to me is that at night, certainly late evening and early morning, it gets quite dark here. We do have an option to add in extra lights, I think. Is this, where's that? This is it. So we've got a wooden torch. We've got a high lantern, which is there. Do these not cost anything to build? And we've also got a small lantern. Let's get in a little bit closer. Yes, there's a small lantern. That's a high lantern, which looks very impressive. And we've got the wooden torch, which we've got here by the entrance to our garden, our agricultural centre. I think, if we put a high lantern, and they all take 10 turns construction, whatever the time is. Package. A decoration. We don't need decoration. No. But we could do with a high lantern here by the well at the corner of the street. I think that will work nicely. If I rotate you a little bit. Like that. Yeah. They will do that. That's nice. And it's ready. The pottery workshop is ready. Make pottery. Yeah, good idea. And Odette, again, one of our new settlers, will be building that. We've got our lovely lantern all ready to go. And I think our food... Oh, we're running out of food. But it does go up. We've got mushrooms there. Oh, and bread. That's good. Okay, it's creeping up. We've got loads of water, though. And milk, which is excellent. Right, community centre. That's where we want to build next. And that is community buildings, and that is there. Oh, there, that's it. Oh, it's quite a substantial building. So I'm thinking we could put it down here, but I'm thinking actually I want it up here, a sort of prominent position above the settlement. Where's the entrance? There's the arrow. I could I can't stick it there because it falls off the edge. Somewhere like that, perhaps. Or do we want it that way? Ooh, we could have it this way round. Perhaps. Oh, is there an entrance at both sides? Oh, there's an entrance at both sides. Oh, that's funky. That's okay. And there's a path going up there. There it is. It's committed. That's going to take quite a bit of building. And a little bit more road as well, I think, can go up here. Yeah, okay, I know I'm, you know, paving over some plants, some berries and whatever. Actually, we could do with a bit more road down here to make it faster for my guys to get through. Take it down here. Yeah, let's take it down. We'll take it down there. So we'll build road there. And nope, build road. That's me being... That should connect up then, I think. Why do I do things in the dark? Oh, well, they're building that. They must have just been in the area. So we'll build some roads for you then. Oh, the other thing I noticed, that little task icon, which I hadn't noticed before, has gone. So it obviously only turns up when there are things outstanding for you to do. Now, I'm not sure if there is another more obvious indicator of things to do. Because most of that sort of appears here in the quest, doesn't it? If I do that... Oh, yeah, it can. It does that, doesn't it? Arrival. That's the scenario description. Yeah, it appears in there by the look of it. Yep. You just need to pay attention, man. That's all you need to do. Yep. Yep. One day I'll learn how to do that. I must say I'm jolly impressed with how early my folk get up in the morning. What is it? It's not even 6:30 and they're already out and about doing their jobs, which is lovely. Very impressive. Not like me at all. So how's our... We're getting closer there. Yeah, one thing I failed to notice and or mention, actually we want to prioritise this building, is the work preparation. So it's got a work time, which we noticed I think when I was putting the lantern down, it said 10. So this is how much time a worker or workers will need to spend sort of prepping and building the thing, in addition to getting all the raw materials they'll need. Which, I see, we're getting quite close to getting that delivered. So what's being delivered now? It looks like wood. Yeah, that's raw wood, so that's coming down, which is nice. Raw wood, good. Something else I've done in the meantime, on the other side of that sexy video effect, which you've just witnessed, was I've changed my tailoring table. Because we're using grass for other things, like feeding our sheep, and also we needed 200. Okay, I can't. You can pin them. Yeah, we needed 220 grass for the community centre. So I've told the tailoring table to focus on using wool rather than grass for crafting. So we're actually creating basic clothes and rags, whichever is needed, by using wool. So yeah, it needs rags to do the basic clothes. So actually, I suppose rags ought to be up there to start with. Yeah, so we need rags and wool to make basic clothes, of which we've already got 3 rags and 3 clothes, basic clothes. So our people are getting better dressed here. So yeah, rather than using grass to create rags, I've told them not to. I could actually disable that entirely, but we're going to leave it in there just because. And I dare say that decision will come back and bite me in the behind at some point. I'm still waiting for lots of stones not taking his time getting through the process. Unfortunately, our stonemason, wherever he is, I keep losing him. You're up here somewhere. Oh, there you are. Yeah, I can only put one of you. Yeah, there's only one employee slot for that. I mean, he's picking it up quite nicely. He's doing the job, but it is just him. I'm wondering if it might be worth having another stonemason down here, actually. So how much does it take to build a stonemason? Simple stonemason, 15 wood and branches by the look of it. Okay, let me do that. And we'll put you round that way. That will do. And hopefully you will help progress our larger buildings, which need that stone input. We're still needing that for the community centre. Okay, so once again, as we're about to turn into winter, we're at the end of autumn here. Once I'll come back when this is almost complete or complete, whichever. I'll come back to you on the other side of another sexy video effect, and we'll hopefully see our community centre standing proud above our lovely settlement of Ajaxpost. Well, no, we haven't finished building our community centre. We're still waiting for a lot of stone and some branches. The branches should be easy to come by, but yeah. But we have just turned into winter, so we get a lovely message pop up to remind us this is going to be potentially difficult. So our first snowfall, people check the storage for food and available materials, and if I do that here, we've got 2 mushrooms. Ooh, and some sprouts, some bark and roots. Okay, this could be difficult, we shall see. Now I think each house, each house does have their own sort of firewood and supply of food to keep them going. Though, and I've not mentioned it, but I have seen, you might have seen it in passing, some of the small critters like the hare and the raccoons and the like will come in and steal food from the straw huts, which obviously deprives my lovely people of sustenance. Hopefully they're feeling reasonably full and we're producing enough from somewhere. So, no. This could be interesting. We shall see. We are just 2 stone blocks away, rough-hewn stone blocks, from getting our community centre. All the building work has been done. The preparation is complete. 1 stone block away. It's only 1:30 in the afternoon. Hopefully, we'll have a stone block turning up very soon. Is someone... Are you carrying a stone block? It looks like you might be. Yes! Right, so... Oh, Luca! He really is... Can you give awards? Can you give titles? Can you give nominate, you know, premier citizens for doing a really good job? And he's been the heart of so much that's going on in our community of Ajaxpost. He doesn't need to be recognized. There it is! We have our community centre, and things are popping up. We need to discover the Tablelands Desert. We've got stuff going on here. We've got schedules, possible immigration. Right, what is going on here? Oh my goodness. We can determine the working time per day. I'm going to have to sit down and think about this. So that's going to be in a forthcoming episode of Life and Land. We can invite... We've got possible immigration of 4 people. I do have space for 4 people. We're in the middle of winter though. But our food is okay. We've got cooked meat. It'll last for 0.2 of a day or some such. That's the number of days, yeah. Fodder... Oh, we've got lots of raw meat, actually. Yeah, I don't think you saw me do this. I did actually slaughter one of the sheep we had in here. Well, if I come here... Yeah, we went into housing. We had an old sheep, about 4 years old. So I slaughtered them, 2, and you're 2 as well. And notice here that, as we mentioned at the beginning, in the very first episode, that all the people and all the animals are fully simulated. So this 2-year-old sheep here, who doesn't have a name, can I name you? I'll call you Sheepy the Sheep. There you go. I can track your life, as it were, through Ajaxpost's development. So Sheepy the Sheep has... They warm themselves up. They snuggle up warmly. This must be the barn. And they're joyful. Yeah, suitable habitat. They're surviving the extreme weather. They're quite resistant. And they're not starving. This is excellent. And the effects of that are really good, by the look of it. Who else is here? Oh, sheep doesn't have any particular qualities here. Sheep, you snuggle up warmly. Someone make sure they're well groomed. Well, when you get to 3 years old as a sheep, I suppose you do want to be well groomed, definitely. That is lovely. Yeah, so I slaughtered one of the older sheep to make sure I had food, and we're doing okay for food. I'm not sure we could handle another 4 people yet, though. So we'll put that off till the next episode. But what I will do is I will say thank you so much for joining me today for this episode of Life and Land. We've made some really lovely progress, I think. We've gone through into winter. We will come out the other side, honest. We now have the first farming building. Yeah, and that would be Niels, I imagine, delivering fodder to our 3 sheep. We're showing their paddock with hares and raccoons and stuff, I imagine. So we've got a farm going. We've got small cabins. We've got new people joining. We've actually got pottery through which to eat our food. So we're not eating it off the floor, as Luca was previously complaining. People are clothed in clothes, not rough rags anymore. And we have our very own community centre, which allows us to communicate with other lands across the region. And that's where we're going to leave it for now, I think. So thank you once again so much for joining me today for this episode of Life and Land. If you've enjoyed this, it'll be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like would be lovely. Just click on the old thumbsy uppy button. Even better, if you've got any thoughts about what I'm doing with the game or the game itself. And of course, if you're watching this before the 6th of April 2024, I am running a giveaway to give away a free Steam key for Of Life and Land. So please do enter that, and you stand a really good chance of winning that little prize. Depending on how many other people enter, of course. But there you go. Yeah, do enter. It'd be lovely to hear from you and give me the opportunity of rewarding you for watching with a key to this lovely game. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you could do that now. And that way you'll know when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, in a very, very snowy, a very wintry looking Ajaxima in Of Life of Land. Until the next time, bye bye for now.